Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 15, text numbers 28, 29 and 30. Suta Uvacha Evam Chintayato Jishno Evam Chintayato Jishno Krishna Padas Saroruham Krishna Pada Saroruham Sauhardenati Gadena Sauhardenati Gadena Shanta Sid Vimala Matihi Shanta Sid Vimala Matihi Suta Uvacha Suta Goswami said Evam thus Chintayataha while thinking of the instructions Jishnoho of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna Pada the feet of Krishna Saroruham resembling lotuses Sauhardena by deep friendship Atigadena in great intimacy Shanta pacified Asit it so became Vimala without any tinge of material contamination Matihi mind. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Suta Goswami said, thus being deeply absorbed in thinking of the instructions of the Lord, which were imparted in the great intimacy of friendship, and in thinking of his lotus feet, Arjuna's mind became pacified and free from all material contamination. Please repeat. Suta Goswami said, thus being deeply absorbed in thinking of the instructions of the Lord, which were imparted in the great intimacy of friendship, and in thinking of his lotus feet, Arjuna's mind became pacified and free from all material contamination. Purport. Since the Lord is absolute, deep meditation upon him is as good as yogic trance. This Lord is non-different from his name, form, quality, pastimes, entourage, and specific actions. Arjuna began to think of the Lord's instructions to him on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Only those instructions began to eliminate the tinges of material contamination of the mind in the mind of Arjuna. The Lord is like the sun. The sun's appearance means immediate dissipation of darkness or ignorance, and the Lord's appearance within the mind of the devotees can at once drive away the miserable material effects. Lord Chaitanya has therefore recommended constant chanting of the name of the Lord for protection from all contamination of the material world. The feeling of separation from the Lord is undoubtedly painful to the devotee, but because it is in connection with the Lord, it has a specific transcendental effect which pacifies the heart. Feelings of separation are also sources of transcendental bliss, and they are never comparable to contaminated material feelings of separation. 29. Vasudevangri anudhyana
Vasudevangri Anujnana
paribramhita ramhasa
Parivrahita Rahasa
bhaktya nirmati tashesha
Bhaktya Nirmati Tashe
kashaya dhishano arjuna.
Kashaya Dhirishano Arjuna.
Arjuna's constant remembrance of the lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna rapidly increased his devotion, and as a result of all the trash in his thoughts subsided. Material desires in the mind are trash of material contamination. By such contamination, the living being is faced with so many compatible and incompatible things that discourage the very existence of spiritual identity. Birth after birth, the conditioned soul is entrapped with so many pleasing and displeasing elements, which are all false and temporary. They accumulate due to our reactions to material desires. But when we get in touch with the transcendental Lord in his variegated energies by devotional service, the naked forms of all material desires become manifest, and the intelligence of the living being is specified in its true color. As soon as Arjuna turned his attention towards the instructions of the Lord as they are inculcated in the Bhagavad Gita, his true color of eternal association with the Lord became manifest, and thus he felt freed from all material contamination. We will stop here. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swaminiti Namine. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Suta Uvacha Evam Chintayato Jishnoho Krishnapada Saroruham Sauhardena Tigadhena Shanta Sid Vimala Matihi. Sutta Goswami said, thus being deeply absorbed in thinking of the instructions of the Lord, which were imparted in the great intimacy of friendship, and in thinking of his lotus feet, Arjuna's mind became pacified and free from all material contamination. Vasudevangri Anudhyana Paribramita Ramhasa Bhaktya Nirmati Tashesha Kashaya Dhishano Arjuna. Arjuna's constant remembrance of the lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna rapidly increased his devotion, and as a result, all the trash in his thoughts subsided. So, Arjuna has now stopped speaking. He expressed all his problems. Why he is looking like that? Why is dejected? Why is sad? And then Sutta Goswami is now further describing the situation there. He starts narrating again. And he says that Arjuna had so many problems, right? Like he had so many problems during the war. But now, when he heard this, he remembered these instructions of Bhagavad Gita. Immediately he became pacified. He said, now I just concentrate on the lotus feet of the Lord. So here very nice instruction for us that whenever we have this, I keep hearing this all the time. People ask me questions every time. Why are we not able to chant properly? Why are we not able to concentrate? So this is the one solution. There are many solutions. One solution is this, immediately remember Krishna's lotus feet. And Srila Prabhupada explains so beautifully that, once you remember Krishna's lotus feet, which are like sun, the sun, so all the darkness vanishes. Like it says here. All he, especially for Arjuna, because he was a close friend of Krishna. That's why it is Sauhardena, but deep friendship. Ati Gadhena, say Gadha? Gadha means thick. Ati Gadhena. Really thick, too much thick. Great intimacy. He became Shanta. And how Vimala? Vimala means without any tinge of material contamination. Amala. Amala means no contamination. Vimala means absolutely higher. No contamination. That means all pure Krishna love. So when he was doing Chintayataha, when he was thinking about the instructions, Krishna Pada. So he is just thinking of the instructions and he is thinking of the lotus feet. So that should be our formula also. Immediately get into that mood. Just immediately remember a nice verse from Bhagavad Gita. You should memorize some few verses. Matra Sparshastu Kaunteya. Like that, there are about I don't remember the number, but there is a good number of verses which really are the most important in Bhagavad Gita, and they help us a lot. So we should make a list of, I can send you a list of that, and then you can start memorizing at least few of them. Memorizing not like a parrot, but after understanding. So the Lord's appearance within the mind of the devotee, the idea is to catch Krishna's attention. Catch him in your mind. We have seen, we have seen so many beautiful pictures of Krishna, deities of Krishna. So the most favorite of yours, try to remember that. Try to remember some very happy moments in your life. Like some nice darshan, very nice kirtan, where you got engaged. A wonderful prasadam. Just think of that. That's why he says here that Krishna is spread. It's not only Krishna the person. It's his name, fame, form, quality, pastimes, entourage, all his associates, all his whatever he's playing with, his flute, his peacock feather, everything, and his actions. So he's non-different. So if we remember any one of these, you can remember some joke he played with Radharani. There is one place he talks about Radharani. Radharani asks him, "Where were you?" And then he gives some 3 different answers, and all the 3 different answers, different meanings. The Yayati, Yayati he uses in 3 different ways. Radharani says, no, not that, the other one. And then he says, oh, you mean this? So he doesn't come to the point, he just goes around. So nice. So something like that. I'm just giving some hints, that okay, you can do it here, there, whichever way. It's all up to individuals. Everybody cannot do the same thing. Okay. The idea is to somehow remember so that all your problems are taken care of. Vasudeva Angri. Angri means the lotus feet, Pankaj Angri. Lotus. Pankaj is lotus. Angri is feet, lotus feet of Krishna. Here, The name directly, Vasudeva Angri. Anudhyana. Dhyana, Anudhyana. Again, qualifying dhyana. Dhyana means to meditate, to remember. Anudhyana means constantly remember. Paribramita, expanded. How? Ramhasa, with great velocity. In devotion, bhaktya. What happens? Nirmathita, ashesha. Ashesha means unlimited. Shesha is limited. Ashesha is unlimited. Nirmathita, subsided. What? Kashaya. Kashaya, actually it should be dirt, the trash. Somehow it has come D-I-N-T, it should be D-I-R-T. Kashaya. Kashaya means dirt. Dishna, Arjuna. So, all the trash in the mind, we have so much trash, we have so much baggage. All that vanishes when we take the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. Just remember. So when we go for darshan, we must spend some time in darshan. We should not simply go look at Krishna's face and say Hare Krishna, do Dandavat or whatever whichever way you do it. No. You should first try to absorb. The darshan starts from the lotus feet. Absorb that in your mind. And then you slowly go up. And then come back to the lotus feet, and then move forward. So while doing that, absorb, and like when you see, for example, you absorb so many things in your mind. When you are young, some beautiful girls, right? People, everybody, somehow or the other, the girls see the boys see the girls, like they get absorbed. Prabhupada always used to say that, like two lovers, they don't know anything else in the world, they just get absorbed. They keep constantly think of each other. And this, of course, happens for only some time, some period of time. But our relationship with Krishna being eternal, we have to also think of eternal exchanges. Should not think that, okay, now I will do it for some time and then, anyway Krishna will go. Krishna will not go away anywhere. He is not going to go anywhere. Even for Arjuna, when he went, he still, by just remembering the instructions, all his dejection has gone. So very nice explanation and narration. We'll stop here. Thank you very much. And we'll take up tomorrow. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.